Greetings everybody, Okami Games Online. Welcome back to more Danganronpa 2. Last time, we confronted Nagito in the worst way possible. We found his dead body, and we started investigating his dead body, and it's definitely quite brutal, to say the very least. And in this episode, we're gonna finish investigating his dead body and beyond, starting with the left hand. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound. There's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange. Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange? We flip it over and look at the back of his hand.
Well?
Here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. Right. Why is it only on this part?
See?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. Why did the killer do... What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Added to the pile of mysteries, lastly, the feet. Both of Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or, they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily. I could totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? It is quite a scene. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Try not to think about it too much. There's a Monokuma plushie here for reasons unknown. Monokuma's dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding! I'm not dead! Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory? You're mistaking a plushie for me, and there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal, too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? And why do you do it? Make it a hole like it got stabbed. And going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Did you try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, mon ami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know? Yeah, I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end.
I can't lose.
I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma. It's not a word you hear every day. Looks like those annoyances are gone. It wasn't Monokuma's trick. And who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? No idea how this connects to the incident. It's gotta connect somehow. Fire grenades. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. It's probably fire grenades we threw. Those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. Because the sprinkler put out the fire. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't all that strange. Anything else? Just everyone else. We need to talk to people. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to people. Alright. I'm not freaking out about, like, Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen? What's gonna happen?
That's obviously wrong.
This rotten school trip is gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do you mean, something?
shut up! Shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know. And don't bring up strange stuff like that. What do you have to say, Sonia?
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial. Then we can think about what will happen after. Kazuichi? One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. And Chiaki? She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, it's about that sprinkler. That's why the sprinkler head's activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see that red streak? Huh? You're right, I definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood. But there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Well, on the girder. And lastly, Akane. It mad for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's. It looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So,
The time. Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So a half hour prior now is when the murder happened. So it also has a clock function. Yeah, and that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. What happened 30 minutes ago was around the time we were struggling with the bombs. You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
alright!
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Alright!
Then who doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. Is there anything else we haven't looked at? There's the body, there's the fire grenade, the lighter. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is a most foolish thought. This is certainly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means...
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. He caused the fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene, but... who knows? Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone through the trouble of tying him with a rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than the fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. So it does it for the crime scene itself. And we could try to get more testimonies, but we've got the Monokuma panels that are all toppled over. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall they should have been neatly put away. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tip-over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So, maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is because we opened the door. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. Well, that's not the problem. Seriously, I'll be fine. Those words of kind brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. There's something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? I ignored their protest, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. It could have been blocked by one of the Monokuma panels. Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other, in a straight line. Yeah. Compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Isn't this clearly strange? Strange. That means we can speculate that this was done intentionally. Monokuma fan has been added. The MP3 player. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was played from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but... why was the killer playing music from this? MP3 player has been added. Is that everything? No. There's these books. I don't think there's anything important here. Sprinkler is completely soaked and I can't turn the pages anymore. Yep, nothing important. Alright, let's start gathering some testimonies. The site is completely soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue here, we might not be able to notice it. It's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire.
Hey.
There's a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You are right.
I agree. If we did, we've been caught by the sprinklers and become all wet and soggy. Miss Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. Heh.
Hey!
You were thinking that, huh?
Of course not!
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime.
Whoa!
You're screwing with me?
Disgusting.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd! What a waste of time Monokuma is.
Hey!
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, even though I'd say I was gonna freaking kill him,
Hey!
there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know? Rihiko?
You're pathetic.
We'll think about the countdown after we live through the last trial. What about Sonia? Looks like Sonia's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes? What is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagito said the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It's alright, it is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It's a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons. I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean, when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
that is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. Thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered?
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How'd you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs might be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he sent were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I've explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Sonia's account has been added. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. So I will find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. I mean, it's good to investigate other places as well. You might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Hey, you guys. Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring the other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems like we had the same idea.
Huh?
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas. Probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Next time on Danganronpa 2, we have 4 areas we need to explore before the trial starts. We have to explore the plushie factory a bit more. We need to explore the military base. We need to explore Nezumi Castle. And we need to explore Nagito's room. See you guys then.